History of Rajaraja Chola, the first emperor Arasekesari Varman, also known as Aramoshi Varman or Arunmoshi Varman, was one of the most famous kings of the Chola Empire. The reign of Imanan, who reigned admirably as the Golden Age of the Chola dynasty, 985 to 80 up to 1014. It was this king who laid the foundations for the glory of Chola Nadu to spread across the ocean during the reign of his son Rasendran I. Rajaraja Chola's 30-year reign was the most important in the history of the Chola Empire. The policies of the Chola Empire, which saw a new rise in various fields such as governance, military, fine arts, architecture, religion, and literature, were formed during his rule. He was the second son of Sundara Chola, who ruled the Chola country from 957 to 973. His original name was Arulmoshi Varman, born to Sundara Cholan and Seranatu Vanavan Mathevi on Epasi Tingal Satyananal. At the beginning of his reign, this king was known as Arunmoshi Varman. Rajakesari. He was named Rajarasa Chola from the third year of his reign, 988, and when his father died, he did not take office immediately. After 15 years of Uttama Chola's rule, he took charge of the Kshatriya system. Rajarasa Chola lived by the nickname of King of Kings, Kshatriya Chikamani. The Chola government established by Visayale Chola reached its peak during his time and that of his son Rasendra Chola. The period of Rajarasa was a golden age not only in the later Chola history but also in the history of South India. The period between the death of Parantaka Chola I and the accession of Rajarasa Chola I was a short period of 30 years. Yet it is the most poignant part of Chola history. The evidence for the area remains confusing. The Arasekesari II inscription suggests that Adithan II was assassinated in a conspiracy at a town now known as Melakadampur in Katumanarkoil circle of present-day Kadalo district. This inscription informs that the Chaturveda Mangala Sabha undertook the task of confiscating and selling the properties of some people for the crime of murdering the Pandyang-headed Krikala Chola on the orders of the king. This Rasekesari inscription applies to Sundara Chola, Adithan's younger brother and successor to Uttama Chola, Rajarasa Chola. As the inscriptions of Adithan II date back to the 5th year and Adithan cannot be said to have ruled before his father, it is clear that this inscription belongs to Rajarasa Chola. This also makes it clear that during the 16 years of Uttama Chola's rule, the murderers of Aditya II were not avenged. Sundara Cholan was deeply affected in his last days due to the disaster in his family life. Sundara Chola, who had lost his son, died regretting seeing the machinations that had been made to prevent him from punishing the murderers of his son. It is not to say that Uttama Chola was not involved in this murder. Uttama Chola had a desire to ascend the throne. He did not want to accept any post other than kingship. He assumed that the throne belonged to him because he was the senior branch of the royal family. Gathering men to his support, he persuaded Sundara Chola to kill Aditya II and make him prince. A juxtaposition of references in the Tiruvalangatu charters and the Udayarkutik inscription shows that Sundara Chola agreed to this without any alternative. Tiruvalangatuch pedits. Adithan disappeared, because of his desire to go to heaven, and his subjects asked Arulmoshi Varman to be their king to remove the darkness caused by the power of Kali. But Arunmoshi, who knows Kshatriya Dharma well, has said that he does not want to be a king. Arunmoshi Varman refused the royal post because he realized that his younger son wanted that royal position and let his younger son be the king until his wish was fulfilled. This, due to the modesty of Arunmoshi Varman, Uttama Chola's greed prevailed. Arunmoji cannot be said to be a coward, a political incompetent, and a person who has no rights under the law. It can be assumed that he gave up the throne to Uttama Chola and waited patiently for his own succession after his time, for the sole reason of avoiding internal confusion. Also, when he saw some marks on Arunmoji's body, it is said that Tirumale, who has the power to protect the three worlds, thought that he had come to the earth world. And Madhurandgan made him a prince and assumed the responsibility of ruling the earth world.